see how great we are. Not only that we are so great, but we are so blessed. We are so happy that we marry and rejoice among in the thrones of congregations as we bring our thanksgiving to God and praise Him. Let those that want to enjoy what we have, let them come. And those that like to kill themselves and like to bring and do evil, let them be in their place. That we don't want them. For we are not like them, neither shall we be mixing with them. It is those mixtures, intermarriages, and turning and changing and adopting the culture and the traditions that was foreign here. We fought wars after wars in this land to stay together. And we fought wars to make sure that we jail, eliminate all the criminals that were during the Wild Wild West. In our history of those that was brought in here as prisoners, as criminals that they want to send far away. We see Trump sending them from one nation to another. That will also be transferring problems to those nations that are being exploited because they are poor and weak. And it is cheaper for them to stay over there, and we can pay for their prisons back to wherever they are so far away from our nation. But to be an American is greater than being born in America. It is a way of life. It's a culture. There are things that are abominable in our land. And these are things that we have embraced. You have embraced, not me. That rather than love your neighbor, you hate them. The amount of acrimony, the angst, and the malice. God is giving us a reviving moment for the revival that we are saying that is coming. Even the people and the government in this land is against it. They have labeled some of them to be extremists, religious extremists, ultra-conservatives. They gave them all kinds of names. And they are afraid of them that are peaceful, that harm no one, that live the life of peace and seek for peace among their neighbors. But they can rampage the streets and kill and maim in our cities. The children cannot come out to play outside. Even in their own homes, they are being killed. And people speak against such. How will there be peace among them? And where will the abundance come from? If they destroy that of which the little that is given to them. The end is near. Now, our God, what shall we say after this? For we have forsaken your commandments, which you have commanded by your servants, the prophets, saying, the land which you are entering to possess is an unclean land, with the uncleanliness of the peoples of the lands, with their abominations which have filled it from end to end, and with their impurity. The Lord gave the land to the people of Israel because of their abominations and the evil and their wickedness. Thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of years. They are still living in abominations. From generations, after generations for thousands, of generations. Does that show? This is another second. Remember we told you. The blasphemy. We gave you 7 blasphemies. That even though you are a sinner and your ways are wayward and you have continued to live and rejoice in iniquities and wickedness and evil, but you are given a chance, you have opportunity. The Lord is calling. You know what you are doing is wrong, but you don't care. And you refuse and reject God. When you don't so, you have cost yourself. It is not the hand of the Lord nor his mouth that have cost you. For you have refused and rejected the good God. And you have condemned yourself to hell. That's the second blasphemy. We saw it yesterday, Sabbath, October 4th, in the house of Eli, as the Lord spoke in 1 Samuel chapter 3. You are seeing the second blasphemy. And remember that when blasphemy is continuous and ongoing, that such blasphemous person must be cleared and eliminated. Then we command the angel of the Lord to go to war and battle and remove you from your neighbors so that you will not continue to suffer the innocent. The righteous indignation will rise up and the Lord's army will come, like we saw in Sodom and Gomorrah that we read last week. Blasphemy. So you cannot say you do not know. What kind of sins are blasphemy? You hear today, again, the judgment of the Lord. And God, but what I want you to take from here, the day we did the teaching about what is a good confession. And how do you make confession? Here. Ezra is making a confession. He didn't go blaming the